Myself Dhruv Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, GIMS Engineering Management Technical Campus, Greater Noida. Today I am going to continue my fourth lecture of Computer Integrated Manufacturing. Okay, so I am going to present today the two topics, that is machining center and the turning center. These are the two important topics from the interview point of view, right? So let us start with the concept of machining center. Why it is important? Why we need to study this machining center? Okay, so the concept of machining center is actually to bring the machine to the work instead of vice versa. In the earliest application, such items, floor plates, angles, and the indexing tables were set down in convenient, relationship. A number of machine tools, which is traveling from, column boring and the milling boring machine, radial drilling. Okay, so with the with object of enabling the large workpiece to be machined with a minimum handling and the different setups, right? So such an installation occupy the substantial floor area. However, in those industries where lengthy and the complex machining cycle needed to be carried out on large and heavy workpiece. So these early machining centers surveyed very efficiently, and many still are used in the production. So in the recent years, however, the term machining center has come to be associated almost exclusively with a single machine, which is usually incorporated automatic tool changing device, a rotary table, which will facilitate circular machining, and one or the two integral work table. Such a machine is usually designed to perform operation on at least 4 and sometimes 5 surfaces. So there are machining centers with automatic tool changes in vertical and horizontal configuration. Okay, so the machining center has been developed in the late of 1950s. Okay, so machine tool make capable of multiple machining operation on a work part in one setup under the NC control machine. Means the objective of machining center to perform the several operations in one setup. Means if we are going to perform the several machining operation in one setup, means of course this will reduce the production time. Okay, so the development of machining center has been stimulated by the need for high accuracy in the manufacturing of large and the complex part or the components. So the recent machining center design has emphasized the following features. So before discussing the features of the machining center, we must have to know the classification. So machining center are classified as the vertical machining center, universal machining center, and the horizontal machining center. So the designations refer to the orientations of the machining center. So I'm going to discuss the vertical machining center. Vertical machining center, the spindle is vertical to the work table. A spindle is vertical to the work table. So vertical machining center is typically used for the flat work that require two lasers from the top, right? So for example, if you are talking about the mold and the die cavity for the large component of the aircraft. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the horizontal machining center. That is what we call it the HMC. Horizontal machining center is used for the Q-shaped parts where the two lasers can be best achieved on the side of the cubes, right? Okay, and third one is the universal machining center. That is what we call it the UMC. It has a work head that swivels its axis from any angle, any angle between the horizontal and the vertical, making this a very flexible machine. Flexible machine tool. For example, let us suppose we have to manufacture the aerofoil. So you are familiar with the aerofoil shape because you have seen the aeroplanes, and you can manufacture, you can process any of the curvilinear geometric components. Okay. So the machining center focus on the multitask machining operations. Multitask machining operations or multitask operations. Okay, so there are the severals, I told you a recent machining center had designed to emphasize the following features, and among those features I must tell you some of them. So the one feature associated with the machining center is the reduction of non-productive time. And how do we reduce the non-productive time? By applying the faster tool changing and the more rapid traverse motion. Secondly, increased accuracy by using the rigid welded construction for the bed and the columns. It can emphasize the features of heavier allowable cutting depth and feeds. It can improve the user-oriented machine diagnosis, and it can use the bubble memory to store the many part program at the same time. So multitasking operation is only possible in the machining center, which is used to include all those machine tools that accomplish multiple and often quite different types of the operations. Okay, so the process that might be available on a single multitasking machine, which will include the milling, which will include the drilling, which will include the tapping, grinding, welding. So what are the advantage of this new class? So the advantage of this new class is to make them highly versatile machine when we compare to more conventional CNC machine too, which will include fewer steps. It will reduce the part handling, it will reduce increased accuracy and the repeatability, because the parts utilize the same fixture throughout the entire process, and it can deliver parts very fast, whether it is in a small lot size or the large lot size, right? So what are the things that make it possible? So those things are the automatic tool changer. What is the work of automatic tool changer? The name implies automatic tool changer means that changing of the tool takes place automatically. So the tool are the contained in the storage unit, that what we call it the tool magazine, and that is integrated to the machine itself, that is integrated to the machine tool. When a cutter needs to be changed, or when the cutting tool needs to be changed, the tool drum rotates to a proper position, and an automatic tool changer arm, that is what we call it automatic tool changer arm, operate under the programming control, and it will exchange the tool in the spindle for tool in the tool storage unit. So the capacity of the tool storage unit is commonly ranging from the 16 to 80 different type of cutting tools. Secondly, automatic work part positioner, which is very important. These two makes them very easy. Many horizontal and the vertical machining center have the capability to orient the work part relative to the spindle. Okay, so this is accomplished by means of the rotary table on which the work part is mounted or the fixtured. So the table can be oriented at any angle what you desire about the vertical axis, which will permit the cutting tool to assess almost the entire surface of the part in a single step. Right? In a single step. Okay. So here you will see we are talking about the automatic pallet changer. So the machining centers are often equipped with the two separate pallet, that two or the more than two, separate pallet that can be presented to the cutting tool using an automatic pallet changer. While machining is performed, with one pallet is in the position at the machine and the other pallet is in the safe location away from the spindle. Okay. So in this location, the operator can unload the finished part and then fixtures the raw work part for the next cycle of operation. Okay, next cycle of operation. See this diagram. Okay, see this. This is what you will see. This is what you will see. This is the vertical milling machine. This is what you see. This is the vertical milling machine. And vertical milling machine, I earlier told you, the spindle is vertical to the work table. This is a spindle and this is the work table, horizontal work table. So that is perpendicularly mounted, means the spindle is vertically mounted on the work table. Okay, this is the horizontal machining center. Horizontal machine, most of the CNC machine is like this. Most of the CNC machine where the turning, boring and drilling operations has been made, it's just like this. Okay, and these are the two boring machines which are having the two or the four axis, so to the next you will see what are the tools, what are the cutters, different cutters we are using for the, what are different cutters we are using for the turning operations and the machining center cutters. Okay, turning center cutter and machining center cutter. So turning center cutters, we are using the types of the cutters for on the CNC centers, CNC turning center. Okay, so what are the tools? Most of the tools are the carbide tools and the other hard material tool, which is in the form of the insert, which will turn and bore the tools, which is turning and the boring tools. Okay, so probably it may be made from the ceramics tool is also used, and also the high speed steel is used for the drill and the taps, right? Okay, so now we are discussing about the machining center cutters. So most of the machining centers uses the insert. Okay, insert end mill as the basic tool. So insert the end mill and cut many times faster than any tool. The HSS tool, high speed steel tool. But HSS end mill provides us and leaves a better surface finish when we are cutting from the side. Face mill flatten large surface very quickly and with the excellent surface finish. Okay, with the excellent surface finish. And these are the different types of the standard insert what we are using for the cutting operation. Okay, so this is the V type. This is the V type. Okay, this is what the V type. Okay, insert, V shape insert. Okay, so it is used for the profiling weakest insert. Okay, so they are having the two edge per side. They are having the two cutting edge, this one and this one. Okay, so next to this is the D-shaped insert. Next one is the D-shaped insert. So sometimes somewhat stronger than the V-shaped insert, used for profiling when the angle allows it. Okay, so the two edges per side. They are having the two edges per side. Then we are talking about the T type of insert, T shape of insert. So it is commonly used for the turning because it is having the three edge per side. Okay, now we are talking about the C type of insert, C shape of insert. Okay, it is popular insert because the same holder can be hold for the turning and the facing operation. They are having the two edge per side. Okay, and they come to the W type. Okay, W is what? The newest shape type, newest shape. Okay, and can turn face like C. Okay, but what is the difference between the C type and the W type? Okay, so they are having the C type is having the two edge per side and this is having the three edge per side. And now we are talking about the S type. S type is a square type insert. It is very strongest. It is very strong, but mostly used for the chamfering operation because it won't cut a square soldier. So 4 edge, it is having the 4 edge per side, and last is the round R shape insert. This is the strongest insert, but it is very rarely used. It is very rarely used. So let us see the different type of the typical turning, threading, parting, end milling and the face milling tools. So you will see here the different tool holding, tool holders, different tool holders where the insert, different shape insert has been mounted. These are the different kinds of the cutters what we are using for the milling operation, and these are the different kind of the end mill with the different kind of tools. Okay, different shape of the tools. Okay. Next to this, machining center cutting tool. Machining center cutting tool. What we are going to continue here. Okay. So in this you will see ball in mill, that is made from the HSS and other insert, okay, are used for the variety of profiling operations such as the mold shown in the picture. Okay. See this diagram. This diagram is, the slitting and the side cutters are used. Slitting and the side cutters are used for the different cutting operations. When we are looking for the deep and the narrow slots, must cut by the use of these cutters. Okay, and you will see these are the different kinds of the drill, taps, and the reamers. I think you are familiar with this operation: drilling, tapping, and the reaming. Okay, because you have already studied in the manufacturing science. So if you will see from the right, if you will see from the this is what the spiral point or the spiral point. Okay, a spiral point gun. Okay, so common HSS tools such as the drill, taps, and the reamers are commonly used on CNC machining centers. Okay, note that the spot drill is used instead of center drill. A spot drill is used instead of the central drill. Also, a spiral point gun, a spiral point or gun tap, a spiral point or the gun tap are used for the thorough holes, and the spiral flutes for the blind holes. Okay, so the rarely are we are using hand tap. We are using very rarely in the machining center. So if you'll see from the left to right, if you'll see from the right to left, if you'll see the spiral point or the gun tip or the gun taps. Then in second one, a spiral flute taps. Third one is the jobber length drill, and this one is the extra length drill. This one is the spot drill, and this one is the B flute reamer. This is what the B flute reamer, and this one is the B flute reamer for the straight flute. And earlier one was this is for the straight flute, and this is for the helical flute. Okay, this is for the helical angle, and this is for the straight flute. Okay. So we are talking about the tool holder. Tool holder is important. Tool holder is an important component. So all the cutting tool must be held in the holder. Without holder, we cannot hold the tool, and it can be fit into the spindle. Okay. So these include end mill holders, collet holders, face mill adapters, etc. So most of the machines in the USA are using a cat taper, which is modified version of the NST 30, 40, and the 50 taper specification that uses a pull studs and a groove in the flange. So the machine pulls on the pull studs to hold the holder in the spindle, and the grooves in the flange gives the automatic tool changer sometimes to hold on to. HSK tool holder were designed number of years ago to an improvement of the cat tapers, as an improvement of the cat tapers, but they are not gaining that much acceptance what the cat type of tapers is getting. So this is very important. Without this, we cannot hold any of the tool for the any kind of operations, because tool holder can hold the tools and fit it into the spindle and perform the several operations at the same time in a single setup. Okay, so with these few contents, I'm going to discontinue my slides. I'm going to discontinue my presentation. Okay, so we will meet again with the new topics in the next lectures. Okay, so thank you once again to all. Okay, so in coming classes we will meet with the very interesting topics. We will meet with the very interesting topic again.